Your income is never stable. Clients will come and go whenever they want. Getting new ones is never easy. And there will be months, I mean actual months, where you are broke, very broke, and wondering, did I even make the right choice? Nobody told me that when I started. And if someone had, I think I would have been a little more prepared for what this VA life has to offer and what it looks like. I'm Fortunate Duffin. I'm an executive virtual assistant and operations specialist. And let's be real and talk about what this VA life actually has to offer. You as the virtual assistant out there, someone maybe you're starting out, or you've already started out. I need you to know that this show is going to be about being real as a VA. Basically, it's going to be let's dash 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 and talk. I show where that blank changes every video, every episode. And today we are going to talk about let's be real and talk about what the VA space has to offer. When I started out as a VA, I thought the hardest part was going to be the learning of the skills, the tools, the systems, knowing how to support a busy person, a busy client. And yes, while that learning curve was there, it was real, but honestly, I thought wrong. The income part of it, the income part of it is so annoying, and it is the hardest part as a VA. Nobody will prepare you for that. It is so unpredictable. You land your first client and you feel like you have figured it out. You're like, well, what can go wrong? You're excited, you're delivering things, you're doing everything well. And then something out of the blue happens on the client's end. Maybe the business has slowed down, their budget has changed, or their priorities have shifted. And then you realize the contract has been paused or it has ended. And just like that, your income has gone in a snap of a finger. It has just gone out of the window. Have you ever been there? Because personally, I have been there, not just once, not just twice. I have been there. And I'm telling you this, if we are to be real, it is not easy. And that is why when you're running a service-based business, these are things you need to be honest about with yourself. And you know that you're going to face challenges. There are times where you're going to be having clients. There are times where you're going to be having zero income unless you have a backup plan. There are times where you're going to be so down. Other times you're going to have clients who are strict or who are so demanding. Clients will come and go. Also, the part of client searching. Nobody tells you. People will be like, just look for clients. You will get clients when you put yourself out there more. You don't just put yourself out there and then people come to you or clients come to you. You might put yourself out there constantly, every day. You're posting LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, X. But despite you constantly putting yourself out there, you find you have landed no clients. Weeks have passed, months have passed, and the next thing you know, a year has gone by and you have not even landed a single client. Those things are going to happen. And that is why I'm telling you, those VAs you see out there who are constantly posting, oh, I've just landed a new client, I've just signed a new deal, I've just signed a new contract. You see the highlight reel. They don't show you the full picture. It is not easy to show the full picture of how the whole process was. You might find it has taken them like 7 years to land that 7K per month deal. You might find it was constant follow-ups for them to actually land that deal, to land that client. You might find they had maybe it was their only hope of landing a job, but they just had to maybe try out other things as they wait on this client. But because they have just landed that client, they will just post, oh, hi, I've just landed this client. I'm so excited, blah, 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 blah. And for you, like, oh, wow, how did they do it? But you don't know what they went through in the process of actually landing that client. It is never easy. We just show you the highlight reel. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is why I'm going to start this let's talk or let's dash 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 and talk. That dash 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 is going to be a blank. It's going to be filled in every episode depending on the topic we are talking about. And as a VA who has been in this industry for 7 years now, I think 6 coming to 7, I am going to be very honest with you. It is never easy getting clients. It is never easy getting, your income is going to be very unstable unless you have a backup plan. But if you're strictly landing on the VA clients you have, and you're doing nothing else outside the VA work you're doing, it is not going to be easy. Landing new clients is not going to be easy. Your income is going to be unstable. You're going to land very hard clients, very demanding clients, very stressing clients. But also, I will tell you the good parts of it. So, as someone personally, I can tell you when I started out as a VA, no one told me, everyone just told me, you're going to be able to make more money at home. You're going to be able to make even more than what you're making at work. It's going to be easy to land clients, blah, blah, blah. If you just do A, B, C, D, you're going to be able to land like 2, 3 clients. No, it's not. It is not. I will not sit here and lie to you. It is not going to be easy. But once you have found what works for you, what actually works for you as a VA, to find stable income, to get stable income, and to find stable clients and the clients that you actually enjoy, when you find that footing for yourself, when you find that method that works for you, you are going to flourish. You are going to flourish. I can assure you that. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be all roses. It's not going to be all sunshine. If anyone tells you that, they are just straight up lying to you. They just want to make money out of you. They just want you to buy their course. They just want you to buy their guide, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, it is not going to be easy. Anyone who lies to you that it's going to be easy, they are just lying to you, and you are accepting that lie. You need to be very realistic when you are running a business, not just as a VA, any business, as a remote worker. You need to be very realistic that there are days when you will have clients, there are days when you're not going to be having clients, there are days when clients are not going to pay you, yet you have done the whole job already. There are days when contracts will just end out of the blue, no explanation, no nothing. And then that those days why you will have, like, when your income is really flourishing, you have, like, maybe you're making like 7K per month, or you're making like 4K per month. Basically, you're making more than what you thought you would make. There are those months where you will really be making good money, and you will be loving your business, you'll be loving your work, you'll be loving your clients. But then you also need to look at the other side of it. Everything has advantages and disadvantages. Everything will have something that will strain you and something that doesn't. And this is what I want you to be realistic about as a VA. Whether you're sending that proposal, whether you're sending that outreach message, whether you're sending that, whether you're building your personal brand, whether on LinkedIn, on X, whichever platform you're using, be realistic that you are not going to see positive results every time. But when those positive results actually come through, celebrate them, show your wins, let people celebrate with you, because it's going to be worth it. Yeah, as someone who has been through this, it is never easy, and I'm here for you. Every episode is going to be a let's dash 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 and talk. Whatever you want us to talk about, I'll be here for you as your VA bestie. The real talk VA space that you want is going to be this one. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is something you feel that you need. Don't forget to also like the video if it has landed for you, or if this is something you would want to keep on watching, and leave a comment if there is something you want us to talk about, or there is something you feel has landed for you while you're watching this. Thank you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.